auto ungating, avoiding order cancellations, and more. In this video, I'm going to break down some of my favorite Amazon hacks that probably shouldn't work but do. So I've got 5 super valuable but super simple ways that you can save a ton of time and money in your Amazon business. This is the type of video I wish I'd had over 5 years ago when I first started selling on Amazon, so I'm super excited to jump into it. So the first Amazon hack I want to break down for you guys is how to make ungating easier. And I know that ungating new brands and categories to be able to sell on Amazon is a big roadblock for a lot of new Amazon sellers. If you're brand new to Amazon, you're going to have to get approval to sell most brands and most categories on Amazon. Not all of them, but a good chunk, especially the good, profitable premium brands. And so to get those brands ungated, you're going to want to go to a wholesaler like Frontier Co-op. This is something I've covered in the past. I've got a whole ungating guide for you guys. But within the conversation of ungating, I've got a couple hacks I want to show you, right? So about 3 years ago at this point, I bought items in Burt's Bees brand from Frontier Co-op right here. I bought 10 units of them, and then I submit that invoice to Amazon, and that approved me to sell Burt's Bees products and products in the beauty category. By the way, the same exact thing works for any products that you buy from most retail websites, as long as your billing address matches what's on your seller account. Some retail sites don't format their invoices to look exactly how Amazon wants them. Kohl's is one of those retailers that formats their invoice how Amazon likes them, so I'm also putting them in this video. So this major ungating hack I want to show you guys sounds super simple, but it is super effective, right? So here's a brand that I'm currently gated in, these 47 brand hats right here. So when I click apply to sell right here, because I'm currently not ungated in this brand, it's going to ask me to request approval for this product, and we're going to have to upload an invoice that meets all of these criteria, right? So we can buy products from Frontier Co-op, any other wholesaler you want. You can buy products from Kohl's, most other retailers, and then submit it to this right here. But the hack that I've noticed that helps you get approvals with ungating is simply renaming the PDF. So it sounds really simple, but once you get that email confirmation or the invoice from your supplier, go ahead and save that PDF. And then, for example, in this item, I'm trying to ungate 47. So I would name my file 47_invoice, and then that's it, right? A lot of times when you download your files, it's just going to name it as something random. And I found a noticeable increase in the amount of approvals you get if you simply just put invoice in the name of your PDF and the brand's name. So super simple hack for you guys to try. I also want to show you something else that's super valuable as far as ungating goes. When we clicked apply to sell on this product, it made us submit new documents like right here. But a lot of times you're going to be able to get ungated in brands without submitting any documents, right? So I went ahead and threw together a list of a ton of auto ungating ASINs. Not all of them are going to work for your seller account. It's going to depend on how old your account is. And honestly, a lot of this can just fluctuate. It's kind of just the nature of Amazon. But I threw together a list of over 1,800 brands. You can see I'm scrolling through right here that you should be able to plug in most of these ASINs and get ungated in these premium brands. And so I'm sure you'd be expecting a price tag on this type of resource, but this is actually completely free. It also comes with 3 hours of content, a Discord community of over 50,000 Amazon sellers, and that's all below me. That's free. This is inside of the Amazon Launchpad 2.0. So go ahead and check that out. Comes with a bunch of other free game, all completely free. I wanted it to be the best free resource for new Amazon sellers on the internet. So the next hack that I want to talk about is how to get more secret discount codes or coupons, especially as an online arbitrage seller. Getting the best coupons or coupons that not everyone else has access to can be a major way to boost your margins and get a big competitive advantage on other sellers. So I'm going to show you another hack to find those coupons that almost no one is doing. It's super simple, right? So on these individual websites that you're buying from, a ton of them are going to have a contact support of some kind, right? So on adidas.com, for example, in the bottom right corner, there's a chat function. And so I can just go in here, enter my name, order details, whatever. But a lot of times when you are buying products, you can just simply message the chat and say, hey, do you have any coupons right now? I'm looking to buy this product. I want to spend $500 on my cart right now. Is there any kind of coupons you guys have going? And it sounds super obvious, but almost no one's doing this. And a lot of times you can get codes that aren't necessarily publicly available from their chat support. And then the other way I'd highly recommend for you guys to find those more secret coupon codes is just to have a coupon extension. I like to use Capital One Shopping. See right here, there's only one coupon code it's finding right now. As we come more into Black Friday, into the holiday sales season, there's going to be a ton of coupons popping up on these extensions that might not necessarily be as obvious when you're just looking at the website. So always be sure to check those coupon extensions and ask the customer support if you can't find a coupon. If you're really close to profitable, sometimes they might just be able to help you get over the edge there and find that profitable product. The next Amazon hack I want to talk about is about order cancellations. This can become a really big issue, especially as you're scaling as an online arbitrage seller. We spend over $100,000 a month on everyday websites, and it becomes one of your biggest bottlenecks if you don't really know what to look out for. And so one of the biggest things that has helped us is using services like PayPal, using virtual credit cards. We do that through Capital One Eno if you have a Capital One card. If you have an American Express, you can also create some virtual credit card numbers pretty easily through Google Pay. But one of the biggest things that can also boost your margins while you're avoiding order cancellations is simply by leveraging discounted gift cards. So for example, if you're finding a lead from Ulta.com, you just go ahead and press in Ulta on Raise.com. There's also websites like Cardbear, Card Cash, tons of other websites out there. Just make sure you're buying from a legitimate, trusted website. Go ahead and look up the Google reviews, all that kind of stuff for wherever you're buying your gift cards. But in this case, if we're wanting to buy gift cards from Ulta.com, we can just go in here and plug in $500, and right away, we're going to save $26 on that $500. And the added value of buying a gift card instead of using your credit card is not only the cash back that you're going to be able to get, but it also shows the payment processor that in this case, Ulta.com is using. It's going to show them that it's not fraud. If you already have a gift card, you know that the money is legit. If you're using a credit card, however, a lot of times, especially if you're shipping to a different shipping address than your billing address, it's going to be super common for you guys who do have prep centers later down the line. That can cause red flags for credit card companies, and sometimes they don't even want to cancel your order as a reseller, but they just think that it looks like credit card fraud. So if you are getting significant order cancels from a certain website, it's a really good idea to test out gift cards because a lot of times they can get you around those order cancels. So this next Amazon hack here is also one that will boost your margins as an Amazon seller, and it's based on your repricing rules. And so the biggest thing I want you guys to be able to implement in your repricer, I use BeCool personally. There's a link down below if you don't have a repricer yet. They basically just monitor your prices and make sure that you stay competitive within a range that you set. So it's not going to go lower than you say, it's not going to go higher than you say, and it's just a great way to save yourself a little bit of time if you're just changing prices around all the time. But a lot of people are using repricers the wrong way, and a major way that you're going to be able to use repricers to boost your profits instead of just chasing prices down and staying in the buy box is raising your prices overnight. And so to specifically set that up in BeCool, right, and on the scheduler, most repricers will also have something like this if you're using a different repricer. But every night at 2 a.m., I'm not really interested in making a ton of sales at 2 a.m. anyway, unless something's gone crazy. Every night at 2 a.m., I'm raising the prices of everything on this rule, which is a good chunk of my listings. I'm raising the price of all those listings by 10%, and it's doing that for 2 hours. And so basically what that's going to do is if my listing only has one other seller and all their repricer is doing is just matching my price, trying to stay competitive with me, if I raise my price by 10%, their price is going to raise by 10%. And then at 4 a.m., when this pricing rule kicks off, the price is going to stay high and our prices are going to be able to stay at 10% higher, which gives you more wiggle room if you do want to stay competitive on pricing, try to undercut them, raise it back up every night. But really, it's just an awesome way to kind of passively boost your profits as your listings, especially listings with lower seller counts. If they're just following people's prices around, this is going to be an excellent way to boost the prices on those listings. So I also want to show you a product sourcing hack here, and this is going to be especially relevant as we're heading into the holiday season. Right now, we're about to be coming up on Black Friday here before too long. And so when I zoom out to the year-long keep it down here, I can see that the price last December, last Christmas season, went absolutely insane. The prices were jumping way up here. I'll even simplify this so we can see that usually this item was like a $55 item. We got closer and closer to Christmas, and then suddenly people were making sales upwards of $70 on this item. And so because this item's price shoots way up during December, and we can see how massively the sales rank dip, closer we're getting down to 1, the faster it's selling. Since we're seeing that nice combination of higher prices, faster sales, this is the type of item you want to remember and probably stock up on deep before we head into Christmas season, right? So you don't forget about these items. It might not necessarily be profitable today, but you don't want to forget about these items. So this is where SellerAmp Google Sheets comes into play. SellerAmp is our product research tool. It also does a ton of other stuff, as you can see here. On this item, we can just go ahead and press our Christmas list. You can also make some other lists for different holidays so that you can always be stocking up on products that might make sense during different holiday seasons. So here we've just added a little bit of simple data. All these columns are configurable. You can add a ton of data to this sheet. You can keep it really super simple. On something like this, we probably just want a simple list of the ASINs and the Amazon link so that when Black Friday rolls around, when early December rolls around, we can just refer back to that list that we made of all of our Christmas type products. And then on those Black Friday sales, you're going to see a big overlap on a lot of those products where last Christmas, the price shot way up. There's sellers who are getting sales as FBM sellers. That's another big piece you can see right here. There's an FBM seller making some buy box last Christmas season. When you see all of that in tandem and you've got that giant list of products that sell super fast during Christmas, all it is just comparing back and forth the Black Friday sales, and you found a ton of product leads without doing any new product research. And you're also going to end up stumbling across these types of products naturally, so it's really not any extra added work beyond just clicking a button on your SellerAmp over here. So hopefully those hacks can save you time and make you some more money on Amazon, but I want to leave you with the biggest Amazon hack of all, and that is not getting stuck in information paralysis. Especially if you're watching this right after this video came out, it is Q4 right now. It's the best time of year for you to take action. So set yourself a goal. By the end of the week, you're going to spend a couple $100, $200, $500, $1,000, whatever makes sense for you. You need that proof of concept as soon as humanly possible. Even if it's not the most profitable item in the world, go get that proof of concept. The biggest hack of all is getting out of information paralysis and simply taking action. So if you haven't started taking Amazon seriously yet, make sure you hop into the Amazon Launchpad down below. It's going to give you all the content, PDF guides, and the Discord community that's going to help help you scale as a new seller. I'm super excited to have you take advantage of that free resource we made. If you guys did get any value out of this video, please feel free to subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, drop any questions you guys have down below. Super happy to answer those for you. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will see you next time.